My name is Carolina. I'm a trainer for Central and Southeastern Europe. I'm based in Prague in the Czech Republic, and down here there are my contacts. If you would need anything in the future, you can always contact me. And what is the plan for today? What is the agenda for this upcoming one hour? I would like to cover the overview of ECM to give you an idea what is ECM and what are the functions. I have a short PowerPoint presentation, and then we will move into the live demo where I will be showing you how you can select the titles either individually when you are searching by a keyword, or what kind of collections and packages you can browse. I will explain you the access models that we are offering. Those three main those three main, and how actually you can create the order, manage the list, the titles, and how to order the ebooks either individually or from the list that you will create. I will also show you how you can create a search profiles, and of course, there is a space, there is always a space for your questions. But before we start, I would like to know something about you and your knowledge about ECM. So I have a very short survey for you that you should be able to see right now on your computer. On your screen, and I will ask you if you can reply to this question to me. Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. So it's half to half. Okay, um, that's perfect because thank you for your answers, because I need to know how deeply should I go. So now I know your level is each of you is different. So I will go maybe not from the very beginning, but a bit deeper. So let's talk about ECM. What in this platform we are offering for libraries and librarians, mainly from the acquisition. At this moment, we are offering 2 million plus ebooks and audiobooks that are available for you on this platform for purchasing. Out of these almost or more than 2 million, the number of 288,000 are DRM free. I don't know how familiar you are with DRM free, so I will briefly explain. DRM means digital right management. This is a kind of protection. I believe you are using ebooks on our EBSCOhost platform, so you know how does it, what is the usage of ebooks. If the patron wants to download the ebook offline, this person needs to have create a personal folder. Then the ebook is downloaded into Adobe Digital Editions program and so on. Those ebooks that are DRM free do not have these conditions. So they are freely downloadable in PDF format. No restrictions about downloading one chapter or the whole book, or copy paste. No restrictions about that. So these are kind of, we can call it open access in some way, but there are no restrictions with this DRM free. I will show you in the in the ECM platform, those ebooks that are DRM free. You will see the notification, they have a logo, so you will know these are kind of open access. So what is, in a nutshell, what is ECM? It's a tool where you can actually browse and search for ebooks and audiobooks, and then you can browse them individually or in the collections. You can even build your own collections depending on the way how would you like to purchase. Somebody likes to purchase a single ebooks only once in a time. Somebody is using it frequently, and they are building their own lists of collections and then purchase the whole list, for example. I will show you how does this work. And you can create your search profiles. I will talk about it a bit later. And you can also use the function of demand driven acquisition, which is we call it DDA. So this is what ECM, EBSCOhost Collection Manager, is available for. We have two types of access. I don't know. I understand both of you already have your credentials, so I don't know which access you have. We can offer two access. One is a selector, one is an approver. I will show you in following slides what is the difference. But first, let's explain, or let me introduce DDA, demand-driven acquisition, or somebody sometimes call it PDA, patron-driven acquisition. It means actually that the acquisition, the actual purchase, is done by a patron, a user of the library. So how does this work? In ECM, you can actually create a DDA list. It's a demand-driven acquisition list. On this list you can select the titles that you think might be interesting for your patrons, but those ebooks will not be purchased. They will be just displayed on EBSCOhost platform, and the user, the patron, will not see any difference if the book is already purchased or it's just displaying. He can use it. It's available for him, and the actual purchase will be triggered only when at least one of these three conditions will be triggered. So either a patron browse a title up 4 to 10 minutes in a single session. So in one session, the user will be browsing the title for 10 minutes, and then the ebook will be purchased. Another condition is that the patron will browse more than 10 pages of a title in a single session. And the last condition is that the patron will download, email, print, or copy any portion of the title. If any of these conditions will happen, then it will be triggered, and then the purchase will be done. Need to say that, or need to mention that, not all the ebooks are available in DDA format or this DDA function. Some of them, it really depends on the publisher. How to create this DDA list, I will show you in live demo anyway. Either you can create the DDA list from the scratch, from the very beginning, or you can actually change a already existing list into DDA, for example. What is important to mention that if we are talking about the different accounts, selectors and approver, then as the name says, selector has lower permissions than the approver, and only selector can create DDA list, but approver can make it activated. He can activate. So this is the difference. I also mentioned the search profiles, right? So what is it, search profiles? It is kind of notification. I will show you by the end of this session in the live demo how you can create your search profile. Basically, this is a notification of new arrivals, let's say. So you can create your own searches or saved searches, let's call it like this, that are based on the Library of Congress classification. So it really depends which subjects, what kind of classification you would like to focus on and you would like to follow. And you will create kind of these searches, and whenever, which is you usually receive the notification once a week, so the system will review the titles that has been currently added into ECM and that are matching your profile. And then every week you will get an email notification about the newly available titles that are matching your profile, this search profile. um, You can these new arrivals are available in your profile for 60 days. After that, they will be removed. Within these 60 days, actually, you can either just have a look, or you can add them directly into the shopping cart, or make the list DDA, for example. You can work with it further. So these are the search profiles. I will show you by the end. And as I mentioned, I don't know which type of account are you using in your institution. So let me just briefly explain the differences. As I mentioned, that are two: selectors and approver. Selector has a lower permission. This kind of account can easily search and select the titles either individually or in the collections. This person can create a DDA list. um, of course, he can have his own search profiles and etc. And once this person makes the selection of the list, he will submit it for approval for into this approver account. Usually, it really depends. This setup really depends on the size of your library and the acquisition department. This is very suitable for a larger libraries, or the libraries of larger a number of employees, where there is a head of acquisition, for example. He is assigned with this approver account, and the other people in the acquisition or the employees are having selectors account. Or this kind of setup can be also used in case that there is only one acquisition person, for example, and the professors should or would like to make a selections as well. So we can create a selectors account for your academic staff. Of course, not the whole academic staff, but those who few people who might be interested in selection. And you as a librarian can have this approver account as the main one, because the approver can view and approve reject the lists. This person has the shopping cart, so this person can finish the order, and he can also activate DDA list. And maybe I didn't mention the payment for DDA. It's done by a budget, a deposit. So at the beginning, when you decide for DDA, for this function or this service, you deposit some amount of money, and the titles then are taking away from this deposit, those that are being activated. So only approver account has the right or permission for editing this budget or deposit. Um, Very easily in this graph, just to show you that the selector creates a list, then he will send it to approver for approvement. If the approver is happy with this selection, he can finalize the order, and after, in that case, selector will be notified by email that his selection has been approved and has been purchased. Or the approver can, of course, deny. He can reject the list, and he can add some notes for the selector, and then the list comes back to the selector. He can, of course, he can, of course, reschedule and change, make the necessary changes, and resubmit again. So this is very easy process of these two kinds of accounts. um, so here is the URL how we can access ECM. It is ecm.ebscohost.com. This is where we are accessing. And before there will be a questions from you, I also have one more question. So I'm sharing with you one more survey at this moment, because I'm interested if you are using any ebooks in subscriptions in your collection. So here is my question. Okay, I still don't see. Oh, all right. First answer is here. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much, both. So, if I'm not mistaken, you are coming from the same institution, right? I'm really not sure at this moment, but I think I saw that. So you know basically how does ebooks on EBSCOhost platform works. Perfect. Thank you for telling me this. And if there are any questions from you, all right, I can see some question in the chat. Uh-huh. Okay, you are from the same institution. Great. Thank you for your confirmation. All right, so I'm going to move into live demo at this moment. If you would have any questions, please do not hesitate to use the chat. Okay, and I hope you can see my browser at this moment. So this is how ECM looks like after logging in. I believe you both have your credentials, your own credentials, and the difference between approver and selector account is this shopping card here. So if you cannot see it, then you can be sure you have only selector's account. If you can see this shopping card, then you are assigned with approver account. So this is the difference. I have the higher permissions so I can finish or finalize the order. So this is what we can see after logging in into ECM. We will be talking today about the icons in this blue and gray top toolbar. I would like to show you and I would like to introduce you some of them. Then we can see this browsing or search box. I would say that the ECM is quite similar to kind of Amazon shopping in Amazon. Very easy. You will just type the keyword and that's it. But what I would like to mention then on the main screen or landing page, you will always see some news from EBSCO. For example, about new and updated EBSCO ebooks collections. Um, I will talk about it. Those are the collections here in featured collections and subject sets. So you will always find some news information that might be interesting. And what I would like to tell you today about the news, which might be interesting for you, and this is something that has been released only a month ago, and you are actually the first attendees who I'm introducing this. It is this open access ebook collection. Um, you have subscription to some ebook collection from EBSCO. You know these collections are curated by our librarians, and in this case, we prepared for our customers for libraries. We have prepared open access ebooks collection as a gift, kind of, because our curators, our librarians, has curated a collection of the ebooks from different publishers. It's a multidisciplinary collection, but they are open access, so they are for free. There is no charge for this collection. What is need to mention that they are, since they are open access, they are DRM free. This is what I have explained at the beginning. So they are DRM free, available at no cost on EBSCOhost platform. There is around 2,700 ebooks at this moment. And so when the users or patrons would like to use the ebooks from this collection, they don't need digital Adobe Digital and so on. If you would be interested in this collection in ECM, just easily click this request access. And here you have the web page with more information and with the possibility to request or order. After filling in, then you will be contacted by our ebook team, and this product can be available for you. So this is just for your information. What's new within the ebooks at this moment. So let's talk about this. ECM platform. First of all, I would like to recommend you. Um, and actually, shame on me at this moment, to be honest. There is a question. What is the price? It is free of charge. This because they are ebooks, open access ebooks. There is no charge for this. The big advantage is that our librarians has made a big job and a big effort to put together a collection of of open access ebooks from different publishers. Actually, you would be able to find these ebooks available open access for free with different publishers, but you don't need to go and browse and have a look at different publishers or providers. We have prepared this collection for you, so everything is available from EBSCOhost platform at one place. At one place, this is it. So it's free of charge, Marco. Yeah. Um, First of all, I would like to say that ebooks, the prices of ebooks in this EBSCO ECM are displaying in US dollars, and then by default in euro. Actually, you can select your own currency. And now I need really to apologize because shame on me. I don't know if in Slovenia you are using euro, but I don't think so. So if you would like to change the currency of the price displayed in ECM, you can always do it in preferences. Here in this is your account. In display preferences, you can have preferred local currency for price quote. For me, that I selected Czech crown because we are not using euro. So by default, usually prices are in US dollars and euro, but the euro can be changed into your own currency. So mine are displaying in Czech crowns. So this is just for the very beginning. We will be talking about books today. As you can see, if I click here, the gray one, and then here is the offer, the selection I can work with. I would like also to mention magazines. Let me just click here on the magazines. I don't know how familiar you are with magazines that EBSCO is offering. Basically, magazines are not being displayed in EBSCOhost platform. There is a special platform which is called Flipster. Most probably, I will organize some of these webinars about Flipster and magazines in September or October, so you can learn more about it. I don't think any institutions in your region are using Flipster. What is Flipster about? It is a platform not for ebooks, but for available for digital magazines, and these magazines like not only academic magazines, but also magazines for free time. You can select here, you can browse them in ECM. You can have a look, for example, if some of these might be out of your interest. These are being displayed in the platform not as a PDF, classical PDF as you know it from ebooks, but they are completely fully digitalized. So you can see them as exactly as if you are browsing the paper version of this magazine. So they are fully digitalized, and they are available in Flipster platform. So just for your information, magazines can be ordered for Flipster also in this ECM platform. And now finally start with browsing and using the ECM. So there are several ways how you can browse for a specific titles. Either you can browse in subject sets and featured collections. I will talk about it a bit later. Or you can search for individual titles in search box, where we can select from different fields. For example, setup, default setup is by keyword, but if you are searching for a specific ISBN, for example, author, title, UA, decimal number, or Library of Congress classification, and so on, you can select here. Well, drama. Let's start with with this one. We can just search uh, by a keyword. And for my keyword drama, I have received 37,000 results. There is 20 of them displaying on my page, and this is the price for in US dollars, and this is the estimated price for these 20 titles in my in my currency in Czech crowns. You can always change the number of titles here. For example, you can have displayed up to 200. And then the price will be, of course, different. It will be changeable depending on the number of titles displaying on the first page. So here are the results. Um, you can, of course, use the limiters on the left-hand side. This platform is quite similar to EBSCOhost platform, I would say. So you can use the limiters on the left-hand side, and let me introduce some of them. Some of them are interesting. So, because we are not only offering ebooks but also audiobooks on this platform, so then you can select if you want to have displayed all the results, or just the results for ebooks, or just for audiobooks. Then this limiter edition, which, oops, sorry, which says exclude abridged titles. What does it mean? If some title is coming from the edition, imagine that there is a fourth edition and fifth edition. In case I will use this limiter, then in the result list, there will be displayed only the latest edition. So only the fifth edition, because most probably I'm not interested in much in the older editions. So only the latest edition displayed in the result list, I need to use this limiter. Uh, then there is a limiter of holdings, which is, I would say, very important, especially in case that you are having some subscription collection ebook. So if you will use these holdings, exclude titles in my collection, then in the result list, you will have displayed the results, or no, the other way. There will not be displayed titles that you have either already purchased by ECM, or those that are in your ebook subscription collection. So you can be sure that you are not doing double purchase. You are not purchasing double ebooks in this case. So this is the limiter. Then obviously we can have a limiter for language if you would like to have displayed results only in some language. Date edit, this might be interesting for you. So you can have displayed only the results or the titles that has been displayed in ECM platform, for example, in last 2 months. I might use it like this. So if I would like to see really the latest, the latest content. Then there is this publication year. Of course, you can fill in and select the year of publication. Eligibility. This might be interesting. You probably know that not all the ebooks are downloadable. High majority is, but there is still some percentage of the ebooks that are not available for downloading. This really depends on the restriction of the publishers. So if you would like to select or have displayed only those that are downloadable, you can use the limiter here, or download, or those that are available for DDA, and so on. So this you can actually select here. Then price might be very interesting, because you can set up the maximum price to be displayed. and so then the results will not display you more expensive than you expected. Of course, we can select the publishers, Library of Congress classification. Then there is a BISAC subject. This is kind of different classification, but can be also interesting for you. You can also use it. Well, so those are the limiters that you can use. And let me scroll up. Mm, you can also use this full search options. This is kind of advanced searching, let's say, as we would call it on EBSCOhost platform. And here, basically, you can set up your preferences before conducting the search, right? So um, I can, for example, set up the language. I can leave this, for example, this search box empty, and I'd like to see for Slovenian, for example, for Slovenian books, how many there are, right, in your language. So I can select the language, leave the search box empty, and conduct the search, and I will get the number. Okay, there is not so many, but there is 38 results. In Slovenian language. So this is actually how you can browse in full search options. You can um, set up the preferences before conducting the search. Is there anything you would like to ask me? I'm having a look in the chat. There is no question, so it seems that everything is clear. Okay. I will go on. If you would have anything, just let me know. So let's have a look at the actual purchase, right? How we can purchase the ebooks and how we can create a list. After that, I will tell you about this subject sets and featured collections, browsing publishers, and if we have time, I can talk about import list and search profiles. But I'm not sure we will be able to cover everything. But let's see. So this is the result list, showing me 20 titles for this price, and I can select once I use the limiters and make the selection. I'd like to learn more about a single title. So within the cover, or next to the cover, you will always see some icons. You probably know in EBSCOhost platform, we are offering two kind of, well, not always. There can appear two kind of formats, EPUB format and PDF format. It really depends on publisher permissions, what type of formats they will offer, or they will let us use. Maybe I will just reply I will just remind it. PDF, when you are using PDF, it's recommended for, or when you are downloading PDF ebook, it's recommended for computers, and EPUB format is recommended for mobile devices, because you can download the ebooks also into your mobile phones or the mobile devices. So then if EPUB is available, then we recommend that. So I can see, for example, this drama title is available in PDF, and it is DRM free available. This is what I mentioned at the beginning, right? This title, for example, is offered in EPUB format and PDF, and so on. This one, for example, you have the notification moved to list. So I know I have already, in my previous searches, I have already moved it into the list. So it's already in my list. Let's call it a wish list, maybe. So these are the information. Then, of course, we can see more bibliographic data about the author, publisher, and Library of Congress classification here. If you would like to see a short description, you can always click on the title and get inside. get into the detail of this title, uh, maybe it's good to mention that Library of Congress classification and authors, everything is clickable. There are hyperlinks. So if I will click this drama, history, and criticism, I will get again into the result list for all Library of Congress subject drama, history, and criticism. So this is the same is working the same for authors. So I will clicking this, I will get all the results in ECM from the author Rebecca Kraft Richter. So this is how it works. And down here we have the information you probably know from ECM, from EBSCOhost. These are the publisher's permission. So you know for this title, the user can print, save, copy, and this number of pages, and he can download. There is a short description here, so you can even read about what is actually this ebook about. So these are the details, and let's have a look. I go back to the result list. Um, let's have a look at the models, access models. I mentioned we are offering different access models. They are three of them are main. Then there is the fourth one, concurrent access. Um, I will not explain this one. It's a bit tricky. If you would like to learn more about it, let me know in the chat and I will talk about. But otherwise, I would like to introduce these three. So as you can see, the price is increasing depending on the number of users who can access this ebook, right? So in most cases, you can find one user. It means that at the single moment, only one person can access this ebook. Once the when well sorry, for example, when I'm using this ebook and you would like to access it, you will not be able to, and you will get the notification that this book is being in use. And in case you would like to have the reservation, and I think we have, me and Marco, we have already set up the reservations in your institution, so he can reserve, he can make the reservation or um, hold on. Then there is the three user possibility. So it means that three users at the same time can access this ebook. And then there is this unlimited users. So it means the highest price is for unlimited number of users accessing at the same time. So these are the options. Of course, not all publishers are giving us all of these access models possibilities. This one, for example, is missing the concurrent access compared the first one. Here we can see all of them. It can happen sometimes that you will see only, for example, one user and no other options. It really depends on the publishers. So you can easily select the access model you are interested in, and then if you would like to purchase this ebook, how you can do it. Either you can edit to the cart. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I will edit to the cart. So it has been, you see in my cart, there is one item. So I can purchase or order these ebooks individually. Maybe I forget to mention, once you finalize the order, the ebook will be available in EBSCOhost platform within 24 hours. So a very fast process. And after that, we will be managing the invoicing and so on. But within the 24 hours, this is available for you. So this is one way how you can order. As you can see, this has been moved to the cart. And the other way is by creating the lists. So you can create your own list. For example, if you are purchasing ebooks for more than one faculty and you would like to distinguish a list, a profiles, different profiles for each faculty, you can create different lists. You can always find your lists here if you create any. So in my lists, in progress list, I can see all the lists that I have created so far. I think each account, if I'm not mistaken, each account can have up to 50 lists. So these are the lists I have created in the past. For example, the list philosophy has 49 titles for this price, and I can either delete it or I can add the list into the cart. If I will click this philosophy name or a title, I will see all the ebooks that I have put into my list. I can browse them. I still can change the model, the access model, or I can remove them from the list. And I can also export the list into the Excel file. So this can be very convenient in some cases. Going back to the result list, how I can actually place the title on the list, it's very easy. So for the second title, I will select 3 users option. And instead of add to cart, I can click on add to list. And now it really depends if I'm creating the list or DDA list. If you decide for DDA option in your institution, then you will just select here either add to list or add to DDA. Either you can create a new one or you can use the existing one. For example, I will select the history and uh, I will add this title into my list, and then I can purchase the whole list actually. So let's go again into this in process list. This one history, I will also add it to the cart. So this list has been added to the cart, and now if I go to the cart, I just see the drama, the single book, and then the history, the titles in the list. After that, if you are pretty sure that this is what you would like to order, you don't need to be scared that you will click somewhere that you shouldn't and you have finalized the order before, because first you need to select the option or confirm that you have read and agreed the terms of condition, and then you will click on finalize order. So this is the very easy way how you can do that, how you can finalize the order. I see the time is running very quickly. So I go back to the home page. I'm checking the chat box if there are any questions. No, it doesn't seem so. All right, so I will speed it up and talk about the subject sets and featured collections. As I mentioned at the beginning, there are several ways how you can browse for titles. So one is by keyword, your own search, let's say, and the other thing is those kind of packages or collections that we are offering. Those are two. One is subject sets, and the other is featured collections. Um, Let me explain what do they have in common and what is the difference. So all these collections are um, collections are curated by our acquisitions, but by our professional librarians. So basically, these collections and these subject sets are easy, making your work easier, and it's saving your time because somebody has already made a selection for you of very good quality top titles. So it's saving your time. Somebody has already made this research for top titles, and actually, what is the difference? Let me show you here. I will click in these subject sets, and these are these subject sets. Either we can browse all of them or we can browse them by a category. They are divided here on this left hand side on these categories. So in your case, you might be interested in social and culture issues, and here are the collections offered to you. Let me click, for example, Contemporary Social Issues 2020. If I select this collection, usually number of titles in this collection is very not that high, usually from 30 to 50, and because they are exclusive, right? There is no such a large number. So in this Contemporary Social Issues 2020, you can see the description. What is this collection about? And you can see the keywords. And here are the ebooks. What is really important to mention, don't have to you don't really need to purchase the whole collection. You can select only one or two titles from this collection, right? Very easily. This one, for example, is available in one user model access only, because there is no selection of other models. Here, there is a selection. So this can also happen. And so this is just for you to ease your job and give you some pre-selection of ebooks. Let me go back in this subject sets. What I would like to also point out is we have been here in social and culture issues. You can see we have this Contemporary Social Issues 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020. What does this mean? What is this? Uh, in each package, for example, in this 2020, we will find the titles that has been published no longer than 2 or 3 years back in the past. Well, so it means in Contemporary Social Issues 2020 will be titles that has been published in 2018, 19, or 20. And the same logic goes for 2019 and so on. But what is important to mention, there is no overlap of titles in each package. So you can be sure that in this one and this one, there are unique titles. There is no overlap. Basically, this is the difference from subject sets compared to featured collections, because in featured collections, these collections are curated by our acquisitions as well, but they are no distinguished in the level of these overlaps. So there can be overlaps in these collections. Featured collections is kind of must have, I would say, I would call it. This is something that the library should have as the base of their collection. So again, in social and culture issues, we can find this. Oh, there is this COVID-19 collection, for example. This is new because our librarians and acquisitions are created still new collections. You are usually notified by email about these new collections. So I know for last few months there is this COVID-19 collection, for example. That's the new one. If you would be interested in women's history collection, for example, just click it and you will get the number. Those numbers, titles in these collections are usually higher than in subject sets, but you can be sure that the selection here is of front titles, awarded titles, from awarded authors, something really unique. So this is the way how you can browse and uh, pre-select or use this pre-selection, let's say. We can, of course, also browse by publishers. So in this top toolbar, select the publisher. And if you are interested in some specific publishers, you can easily browse them by alphabet, or maybe, yeah, I will select the D, and um, What, for example, I will degreater, for example, I will select here, and I will get the result list of all titles by published by degreater. So there is some 51,000 titles. I believe that browsing by publisher might be also important for you. So this is it. In the reports, in these icon reports, you can have you can download a Excel file of your owned titles that has been purchased via ECM platform already in the past. I cannot show you, unfortunately, this option because this is my live demo and I have never purchased any ebooks. So, but this function is available here. All right. And the last thing I wanted to show you today is how to create, or yes, create those search profiles that can match your collection needs, and you will be notified about new arrivals. So we will find it here in search profiles on the top toolbar. I will just select the new one. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to do something at this second because there is a possibility to have up to 50 um, up to 50 profiles on the institution, and in this demo version we are using it very often, and I need to delete some. So give me just a second. Okay, never mind. I hope I will not delete some of my colleagues that they will still need it. Hopefully not. All right, so I will click on search profiles and click on new. I need to name it somehow, right? So, for example, we were talking about so social sciences, for example, social. I will name it social sciences and I will continue. And on the next page, I will select from Library of Congress classification what specifically I'm interested in which subject. So in left-hand box, there are Library of Congress classification, and on the right-hand box, I can select the ones I'm interested in. If you double click on them, you will get into the pre subclass. Let me go back for social sciences. Let's say I will double click on science, and then I can select, for example, well, this is not the best case, but anyway, I can still go further in the subclasses. I can select the subclasses and click on select. They will appear here on the right hand side in my box. So I will create it. I will create my profile with the Library of Congress classifications here, and then click on save and continue. Uh, on the next screen, I can select for publishers. Would you like to be notified only about a specific publisher or all publishers? By default, there are all publishers already set up. I can remove it and I can select only the publishers, few of them that I'm interested in, right? So I will select them, or I will keep the option all publishers. It's really up to you, and then click on save and continue. And in this page, actually, you can select for a specific type language if you would like to have notifications only about some languages, only about ebooks or audiobooks, or all of them. And the same thing I spoke about before. these editions, abridged titles, exclude titles in my collection. This is already set up by default. You can set up the price. You can set up publication year, and so on. After that, you will click on Save and Continue again. This is your this search profile is linked into your email. Actually, you can add another recipients, up to 5 people, if I'm not mistaken. So if you would like the same list being delivered to your colleagues, for example, you can select, but they need to have their ECM account, right? So they need to have their own accounts, and then you will just select either your name or somebody else's name, save and continue, and that's it. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is valid for 1 year, but I'm pretty not sure about this information. However, every week you will be notified by email. You will get the notification with the new arrivals or new edit titles into this platform. Um, I think it's all I wanted to cover today.